Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Tuesday, April 20th, 2021. I'm Crypto Sonar. Welcome back to the show where we have live commentary every day up in for a couple hours here. So we'll go till 8 o'clock or 8:30 Pacific time. And we've got about a minute or so until the market opens. Let's see here. Yeah, about 50 seconds or so, and then the market will be open. So we are live over on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, and we're live also on Twitch. So we're glad you're with us this morning. Let's get into it. Let's see what's going on. From the watch list, I do a watch list each day. I don't really post it. Maybe I will. But things I was looking at overnights. Virgin Galactic #1 SPCE. They're getting hit. It looks like Branson sold off a whole bunch of his shares of the company, as well as Cathie Wood removing a whole bunch of Virgin Galactic out of their ETFs as well. And so it looks like they're going to be a little bit longer of a run there. So it's getting hit. It's down about 8.2% in the pre-market. Looking at the indices, again, we're about to go live here, and we are live, so let's get right into it. Dow Jones is down, starts off down 126. S&P is down 10.9, and the Nasdaq Composite, big hit there. Well, not huge, but down about 18. So it was delayed start. It was still showing yesterday's numbers, so sorry about that. There's an alert on Boeing. Boeing had 240. So news on Boeing. So Boeing came out, and again, I don't own any Boeing right now. I do want to get rid of that alert though, so it doesn't come up and where's it at here? Delete. Yes, delete. Okay. They came out with some news overnight, and basically the 787s are going to have to go through more inspections. And so, and the CFO is going to be retiring in July as well. So, a little bit of a pullback for them, 239 or so. Again, I don't have a level yet. The last time I looked at this, you can say, okay, based on your due diligence, where are you at? We're right at a key support, old resistance level. So you got support, a little bit of support, but really old resistance here, and it's breaking through that. So will we come back down to this 193, or I'm sorry, I don't think we're going to go all the way down that way. You might see 228 or so, but I don't even see that in the cards. Usually the bad news on Boeing is offset by some pretty good news. So we'll see what happens with that. Our old buddy Palantir, they announced they were basically doing a partnership with Ringier Extend Digital Transformation, and so that came out this morning. Very long story, didn't get a chance to dig too much into it, but they're up a little bit this morning, which is good as well for me since I still hold it. We have Bitcoin, which is up 558, back up to 56,249. Ethereum is at 2212. Again, the markets, Dow is down 137, Nasdaq is down 11, S&P is down 9.72. So that's where we're at on those. Some other movers, you have Apple is up a little bit, AMD is down, again Boeing down. And let me find that story. Why is it not showing Boeing news? Sometimes this thing hangs on the last, you gotta re-click it. Let's see, UK Air Force purchased 14 Chinook helicopters for $2 billion. Wow. 14 helicopters, $2 billion. Dubai Aerospace purchases 15 737 MAX 8s. There's that. Where is the... And we already knew the strike ended, or they didn't go on strike, but their local union out of Seattle, the ones that run the parts and stuff between the plants, was going to go on strike, but they settled that on Saturday. Let's see here. I can't find it. I apologize. Let me see if it comes up on here. Hold on. CFO retiring in July. Yeah, what's his name? Smith, right? Yeah, Chief Financial Officer Greg Smith is going to retire in July. So, and they also, Playmakers said the maximum retirement age for Chief Executive Officer David Calhoun has been extended to 70 years from 65 years. So again, you don't want them both leaving at the same time. That would be a tragedy of errors on the stock. So with that, stock is trading down quite a bit today, another 1.85%. And let's get into some other things that are going on in the markets. Fear and Greed Index, we're at 55. We were at 59 yesterday, so things getting a little bit calmer there. Gas prices 287.2, unchanged since yesterday. Again, nothing as far as economic calendar. We'll get the heat map here in a little bit here. That'll come up on another 11 minutes. Let's get into earnings. Okay, so earnings overnight. Johnson & Johnson, 12.1% surprise. So they exceeded. Lockheed Martin exceeded. Procter & Gamble exceeded. Abbott, a little bit less. AutoNation, Comerica, Philip Morris, Travelers, all the Philip Morris, we'll get into that one in a second, PM, because there is some news on them. And then there's some other ones there as well. So let's go into Philip Morris here real quick. And Philip Morris, so the Biden administration came out and said that they are looking at lowering nicotine levels in cigarettes and possibly eliminating menthol altogether. Apparently Biden just thinks he can do whatever he wants with a pen. So it's down 13 cents, even though they beat their earnings pretty darn good. They're trading down. So a little bit of news on them. We talked about SPCE. They were down 8% in their pre-market. Now it's down 6.46%. So they're just on a continual pullback, but a bounce off of the pre-market low. Johnson & Johnson, again, they beat their earnings, and they're trading up just a little bit now, 19 cents. Opened up soft, but then basically bounced up almost $1 since it opened. Let's see here. Nike got a lower rating from Citigroup, so that's going on. Let's get into the indices, or oil first. So oil is like, excuse me, light crude is up 17 cents. UK oil, which is Brent crude, is up 30 cents, and yet ExxonMobil is trading down. I think is somebody trying to hold this damn thing down? Gotta be, right? All right, so Dow Jones Industrial Average, we're sitting down 115.5 right now. So about 0.34%. And then we have the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is down 17.22, so not a whole lot. S&P, though, we're going to talk about that. So S&P is down 7.9 points, but look at the VIX. VIX is up 0.9. I'm going to go out to an hour chart on the VIX. And look at this this spike up. Yesterday we were 16.1 on the VIX, and that is a 2.1 increase in the volatility. So definitely a lot going on there. Boeing still trading down, $4.77. Let's see here. Everything else I have is up today. Well, there we go. All right. So let's see. Palantir. Where you at? Palantir. Up 30 cents. And Palantir, I'm still down like $1,900 on that damn thing. I need 23.21 to break even. So I need $1 and I break even. But I did go out yesterday and I bought, right before market close, I bought 10 call positions for May 21st at $24. So 10 calls on Palantir to hit $24 by May 21st. And those are up 12% today. So I'm up about $110 on it today. So I bought that. Let's see here. Where's my call? What did I pay for those things? 0.9166 is what I paid. So I paid 0.9166 on those. So we'll see what happens to those. And but definitely a nice strong start for Palantir here, which is desperately needed. There's a 3-minute. You know, I had a buy, boom, right in the pre-market there. Market go burr. All right, up 27 cents. So we'll take that 1.28%. I like I said, I still need another $1 on this thing. I'm down $1.02 per share, so I would need 23. But usually when it runs on days like this, it tends to do well. The part that's not good with Palantir, and we'll see what range it trades in today, is you've got a very high VIX now, up 0.8 to 18.1. You have the S&P is negative by 7. We have the Nasdaq is negative by 13, and the Dow is negative by 94. Which one was that? Oh, all my alerts going off. Coinbase triggered 325. So we'll look at that. Come on, get off of there. All right, so am I lagging today? Nope, doesn't show that I am. What is up with this thing? My trading view is like acting silly. All right, so Coinbase trading down. Coinbase Global and WeWork partner over cryptocurrency payments. That is a little bit of a sell-off, huh? Yeah, Coinbase. So now I'm down on my Coinbase in both accounts. Yeah, because I'm 330.72 on one, and 331.95 on the other. So that's a big dump. I got them in my long-term account, so I ain't worried about it for now. All right, so let's get back into, let's look at something better. All right, Palantir now falling off. Still holding its gains, but only 13 cents now. SPCE, Virgin Galactic, $1.65 down. So 6.7%, but it bounced off of the 8% that it was down in the pre-market. So that's not bad there. All right, let's take a look at Boeing. All right, so let's say 3-minute chart, down 571. Yeah, you've got, it's oversold, but it's been oversold since it was at 242. It's been in oversold territory. So, be very, very careful with this one. You might look for a bounce. If we get rid of the externals here. Wow, really? Okay. And say, okay, so you've got 235, 236, bottom of the candle close. Back here on the 25th. Bottom wicks, 231. Let's go right above that. 231.87. We'll see if that hits that. And we'll just kind of leave that as a position. And that goes, it's funny. The chart's over here and I'm looking at this. And I'm like, well, oh yeah, look at this. Look, old resistance. Where you been, my friend? Back in 4th of March. So don't own any Boeing right now, but we will take a look at that and see what happens. See what happens there. Palantir bounced right off that bottom there. And is up. I'm going to reboot this. This is acting up just a little bit here. And So I'm going to take this, I'm going to close it, give it a second. So I clicked on it. Okay. Tell me about my Boeing and Coinbase alerts. Let's get this one up. And there's your earnings for today on the screen. Take a look at those. Boy, things are just super slow and laggy today. What the heck? I gotta buy a new laptop. I've got to buy a new laptop. This is bugging me. I can't find it on the screen. I got 3 screens open and I can't find it. I just opened up a second window for it. And bear with me a moment, folks. Come on, damn it. Fine, we'll close that one again. Let's try this one more time. Everything load up. Detach tab. There we go. Oh, there we go. So I got to right click and use detach tab first. Apparently there's something. I saw a chat message there. Let me get this back set up again here. All right, we're good to go there. And let's drag this back up to where it lives. Just back over here. Do that. Do that. And let's get back into this. Okay. Yoker Mitt the Frog, good morning over there on Twitch. Last stocks will probably go up if Derek is found guilty, and down if he is found not guilty. That's, you know, you can say that. Is that already baked in? Because I think most people think that, and you know, we try not to really talk about a lot of politics on the channel. Dow is down 103, S&P is down 5.8. We can look at that. So, you know, I don't know if there's some kind of an alert I can pull up, but Waters remarks pour fuel on the Chauvin trial. So yeah, you know, the jury has it right now. So we'll see what happens. As hey, Liberty, leave it. We'll see what happens with that. But I think that, you know, there's a lot of charges. He's charged with murder 2 and murder 3, as well as manslaughter. And so you're probably going to get a mixed verdict. You're probably going to get, you know, acquittals on the murders. I think the best chance they have for a guilty verdict is manslaughter. And of course, to me, it really doesn't matter even if he was convicted of murder, they would still I think there would still be protests, there would still be riots, they're still going to be burning stuff down. The question isn't if these things are going to happen, because they're going to happen. It doesn't matter. This trial doesn't matter from the standpoint of the narrative that they're pushing, in my opinion, and they'll just go on to the next thing that they can riot about. You have Maxine Waters, Al Sharpton, and Jesse Jackson all going to Minnesota. Maxine Waters talking about, you know, if we don't get a guilty verdict, and they're only talking about the murder ones. You know, if he's going to get convicted of manslaughter, and he may get acquitted on that too, I don't know. But the murder charges definitely don't fit if there was a crime committed there. And talking about, you know, there need to be confrontations if there's not a murder verdict for guilty. So I think that we saw some down stuff yesterday. We got some down stuff going on today. We've got the Dow down 122 right now. I don't know if there's necessarily a correlation between what the verdicts will do as far as the markets in terms of the only thing that's going to come into play is that, and people are already feeling this fear and greed index, right? Let's say that there's not guilty verdicts come out. Well, then tomorrow we're probably going to see the fear and greed index down into the 40s, and it's going to create a negative sentiment in life, not just in the markets, but in life. Everybody, no matter what happens, when the jury comes back, and who knows, they could extend this thing out for a week. They weren't sequestered during the trial, which means they get all the other stuff. You have CBS that went out and doxed the jurors yesterday. They did a report and even said one of them lives in that suburb where Dante Wright was killed. And so, they're basically threatening the jurors, saying, hey, we have all your information. You either do the right thing according to our narrative and find them guilty of murder, or we're going to find out where you live. We have all your occupations. We have all your jury answer questions. Those were all released. Why were those released? Why were they released before the verdicts came in? Why are they releasing all the juror information before the verdicts come in? So that companies like CBS, Viacom, etc. can go out and dox these jurors to put more pressure on them to, even if they don't believe he's guilty, to come in with a guilty verdict on murder. And so it's something that it's very, very sad. And to me, it doesn't matter what happens as far as the verdict goes, because I think there's going to be protests and there's going to be looting and burning in multiple U.S. cities, no matter the verdict. So, but the one thing with Maxine Waters, the judge even came out and chastised her and basically told her shut the hell up, and which is what she should do. She's an idiot. Talking about that stuff while the jury is considering the evidence. I don't know what business Maxine Waters, whose district is in California, has going up to Minnesota and complaining and shouting from the rooftops. So I don't think it's really going to affect anything in terms of the market, only because the market, I believe, is totally disconnected from that. Where you could make the argument, Yoke, that if how will companies like Starbucks and stuff like that, and Apple and things like that. Well, if you look at the S&P heat map, you got Apple down, Microsoft down. Over here, Starbucks is down, Nike is down, Domino's up just a tad. You've got Chipotle down, you've got McDonald's down. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be the most woke company in the world. Apple, that removed Parler. Well, now Apple is adding Parler back, the app, back to the Apple Store. That news came out yesterday. So then you say, so now the wokesters are going to say, well, let's go burn down the Apple Store. Well, they already did. They burnt one of them down. Are they going to find the next Apple Store? It doesn't matter. If it's got any type of corporate name, even if those companies like Coca-Cola, comes out and says, we're going to leave Atlanta and we're not going to serve Coke products, and you either get on board with the politically correct narrative, it doesn't matter. If there was a Coca-Cola store, they'd bust windows through that, because it's not about that. It's about control. It's about pushing a narrative, in my opinion, and it's just something that whatever the verdict comes out to be, I think it's just going to be bad news. Now, does that mean bad news for the market? Well, I've been kind of calling for somewhat of a correction for quite a while now, and I've been wrong, and the markets have been going up. So you take a look at something like the Nasdaq, and the Nasdaq is actually, pulled back some. But we're at 52-week highs, man. We're at 14,175. So we're 13,920. 13,920 divided into 52-week 14,170. My calculator didn't turn on. 13,921 divided into 14,175 minus 1. Nasdaq is only 1.79% off of its 52-week high. All right, S&P 41,57.8 divided into. Why doesn't this give the 52-week high? Yeah, why doesn't? What the hell? That's weird. I don't know what the high is. What's the high on this darn thing? We got to be right there, right? Top of this wick right here. Let's call it 41.90 ballpark. Okay, that's 0.7%, right? And then you have the Dow, 33,973 divided into 34,256 minus 1. 0.8%. So 0.8% on the Dow, 0.7%, and then 1 point something% on the Nasdaq. These things are all at 52-week highs, and so you've got a sentiment that's basically, you look at the VIX, and the VIX is up 0.7 today, and let's go to a 5-minute chart on this one, and you look at where it's come up. We were sitting at yesterday 16.1. So 17.1, so you're 1.9 points higher on the volatility for the S&P 500. That is a huge move over a day, right? If you take a look just as a percentage, what does that percentage move to where we're at right now? You're talking about a 2.5% move, and yet the markets have not filled that gap of a 2.5% move to the downside. So you say, okay, so what would a 2% gap be? 13,922 minus, let's just call it 2.2%, would bring the Nasdaq down to 13,615. So 13,615. Where's 13,615 on this chart? 13,615. Right here. Well, look, we've got some support here. So I'm going to set an alert, and we'll see if it hits it down here on the S&P, or I'm sorry, on the Nasdaq. So again, you've got the Dow starting to come back a little bit. Okay. Bounce. Is that a bounce off the bottom? Well, you only got 2 green candles here, and that's it. That is not a bounce. Okay. You've got the Nasdaq. A little bit better coming off, and only down 0.2, so basically flat on the day. And you have the S&P basically flat on the day, down 6. So that's a very good question, Yoke. It's something that, hey, do me a favor, make sure you hit the follow button over there too, to follow what we do here. We stream every single day for the market. A lot of times during the week we stream the close as well. We always stream the close on options expiration on Fridays, and we just have regular options expiration this Friday the 23rd. So you only have the weekly options expiring this week on those. I did take a play yesterday on Palantir. I bought 10 of the May 21st, 2021 $24 calls on Palantir, and I bought those pretty much right, I want to say it was like right at the close. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to offset the loss I've got in the shares on Palantir. And so instead of buying more shares at the bottom, I said, you know what, let me buy some calls instead. And so those calls are now up 17% today. I'm up 160 on those. My Palantir stock is up 840, but I'm still down 1,700. So overall, I'm still negative $1,600 on Palantir. So my cost basis on Palantir is $23.21 on the shares, and I have 2,000 shares of Palantir. So what I tried to do is I averaged down, but I didn't average down by buying stock. I averaged down by buying options, so I can play the bottom, hopefully, and then let it run up a little bit and get some gains on that. So we'll see. I'm still down 1,600, like I said, on that one. I like what I'm seeing today. It's up 1.7%. It's been down in the gutter since last week, since I bought it, actually. And I don't remember if I do not remember if I was positive at one point on buying those shares. Night, good morning to you as well. I don't know. I don't remember if when I bought that thing, if I ever got positive on it or it just started dipping from there. And then I bought the Palantir calls with roughly 3 minutes left to close last night. And the reason I did that, the reason I bought those calls, and I don't know if I'll hold them past today. The reason I bought those is there was a buy side imbalance on Palantir yesterday, which they give 9 minutes before the close, New York Stock Exchange. So it was a buy side imbalance on Palantir, and that's why I went into it. I got lucky. It's up 14% on the call options. So we'll see what happens with that one. Well, those are up about $135 on those, and so we'll see where we go on that. Boeing 237.78, again, no bounce yet, and it's just got to figure out. It's got to figure out this new bottom here, and that retirement thing. What did that source say? Yeah, Boeing extends retirement age for CEO. So the CEO can now work until he's 70 instead of 65, so they made a special exception. And the CFO is gone in July. And when you have a CFO, you say, okay, who's the guy? I almost say cooking the books, but in a way, that's probably a true statement. They cook the books because you can twist numbers around any way you want to meet a narrative. It's just whether you get caught and whether they do anything about it. To you. So the CFO is retiring. Got a little bit of a bounce here, but that's only on the 1 minute chart. On the 3 minute chart, doesn't look very good at all. And again, we have that. I don't know why my alerts don't show up on multiple timelines here that I click. What do I got to do for that, huh? There it is, 232. So we've got, or 222, sorry. No, 232. Somewhere in there. 231.87. So I've got an alert at 231.87. So 231, let's see here. So we would need it to, well, we don't need it because I don't own any right now. But if you take a look at this, and it's got about another 2.7% to drop. So about where it's at now. If it doubles the drop, and it may not hit that today, it may hit that, or it could bounce. Where's the good news? What other good news could you have on this when the Dow is trading down? We have multiple S&P 500 companies, mixed day. Microsoft up, Adobe up, Oracle up, Google up a little bit, Facebook down, Amazon down just a little bit. Tesla up today, Starbucks, Nike down, McDonald's up. Healthcare all mixed with Abbott. Abbott came out with their earnings, even though they beat. They're down today. J&J beat their earnings. They're up 1.2%. Pfizer's up, Lilly's up, Merck's up, Bristol Myers Squibb's up. AbbVie, Amgen, Gilead, all up just a little bit. All the banksters are all down. All the regional banks are all down. All the chip makers are down. So you've got a mixed day. And so that's why you basically have the Nasdaq flat. Oh, where are we at here? We have the Nasdaq down 4.5, so basically a flat day. You have the Dow down 106. You have the S&P. This is the most interesting one. The S&P is down 7 points, but the VIX is up 0.8. So there you go. And I guess I can leave breaking news on, and if all the verdicts in the Derek Chauvin trial, all the verdicts that come in on that have to be unanimous as well. So we'll get an alert. I wish it was a news alert. I got to look into it. I'm going to write that down. News alert website. I know I can set things up on Schwab for these, but I don't want every single story that Schwab releases under their breaking news to come up. And I've got a lot of sources. I can choose so many sources for breaking news on them. Like top news front page. All right, J&J reports 100 million vaccine sales as a result. Top forecasts. Let's see. Walter Mondale, former vice president to Jimmy Carter, passed away. Wall Street opens lower as focus turns to tech earnings. Bank of America did a new buy rating on Fisker, and Fisker is up. Fisker is up pretty good. Let's see here. If we take a look at, where are we at here? Fisker is up 1.7, so it's up 12%. And a lot of that was pre-market, and that was Bank of America came out. So if you got up at 1 o'clock in the morning and did a trade at 12:56, 1 o'clock in the morning Pacific, 4 o'clock Eastern time, divided into 13.92. Oops, did it wrong. 12:56 divided into 13.92 equals -1. You'd be up 9.7% if you got up early and bought that stock, based on the Bank of America story, initiating a buy rating on them. Let's see what they put out, though. It's probably a buy. All right, so without reading the story, they're at 13.93. I'm going to say the buy rating is going to be like 14. Fisker up. Oh, wow. Bank of America starts coverage of Fisker with a buy rating and a price target of $31. So $31. So I'm guessing that Bank of America did all the debt stuff for Fisker. So the beginning of buy rating on Fisker with a price target of $31. I don't know about that, but you know what? Let's do this here. 31. All right. 30.99. We'll add an alert. Let's see if someday that hits, and when it hits. So set a $31 alert on Fisker to see if Bank of America was right. That darn thing's probably going to hit when in like 2.5 years, right? Okay. Coinbase bounced off the bottom a little bit here. Let me go to 30-second chart here. And squeeze that a little bit. Come back up here. Let me see that bottom. 320. What did it get down to? 321.56. And it almost bounced. It almost hit that again. 69 cents. 321.69. So if you were to possibly add some in there. Ow! I just got shocked by touching my laptop key. All right, so and the one thing we said we would look at is, options have started trading on Coinbase. So Coinbase, you have options now. Let's see here. They're probably going to be, let's see, around the money. Let's check to May 21st. So we're at 323 and 323. Wow. The 325 calls for May 21st are $25.50 per call option. Now $24.80. Holy cow. You gotta pay $2,580 for one call option for it to go up $3 in May. So that means 325 plus 25. It would have to hit 350 just for break even in 32 days. Now, on the put side, it's paying $27.25 for the 325 for a $325 strike price May 21st options. The 325 puts for May 21st, which is 32 days, are paying $27.45. You can get $2,700 per put. Take a little money, buy a put. Ain't doing it. I'm gonna let that stuff settle in. So you got some volatility going on there. That's basically what's happening there. If I go to a theoretical here and I scroll that, Coinbase, really? Come on, dude. What are you doing here? Why is this doing this? There we go. I need to get my scroll bar going. Wow. So the 325 puts, high volatility is at 70.64, and on the calls, High volatility, 66.29. These prices are crazy. So we were just at 25.70. Now it's at 26.20 on the ask. $2,600 for a $325 call option for a stock that's trading $2 less than the strike price. You've got to pay $2,600 for one option. Now, so 325. So we're 320. Okay, so 325. Hold on. 325 minus 323. Okay, is $2. So you're basically $2 away here, right? No, we're not. 323.60 minus 325, $1.40. So you're $1.40. So now I'm gonna look at Boeing, and I'm gonna say, so Boeing is at 236.80, just for contrast. Okay, so a call option costs you $2,640 for one call option for it to move $1.40 higher on May 21st. The May 21st Boeing options, and Boeing is currently at 236.75. The $240 call options, so 240 minus 236.77, for a $3.23 move is $8.80. So what's another $300 stock here? Do we have any in our thing? Oh, that's the Dow Jones. Triple Qs? Maybe. Okay, that's pretty close in price, right? So let's check the triple Qs. Oops, wrong screen. So the triple Qs. So triple Qs trading at 338. So we're looking at 340. The options for 340, a $2 move, and the QQQs for May 21st are $7.48. So $3 move on Boeing, $8.40. $2 move on QQQ at $7.54. So $743. Yet Coinbase, $25 a call option for a 99-cent move. $0.35 move, 324. So 325 call option is $26.80. If you buy this, you're high. The puts, on the other hand, which I don't do, at least I don't have any open right now. You could take a look on the put side. And let's see here. Make the puts. Out of the monies. That's crazy, dude. What is the who's buying what? Look at the open interest here. All right, so today's the first day they're trading options, and that's why Coinbase is down, by the way. So May 20. Let's look at the weeklies for this coming. The first ones available are the very first options you can buy. Are May 21st. So that's that's both the puts and the calls. And I'm looking at around the money. There we go. This is crazy. Wow. The $325 strike price calls for May 21st are $25.90 per call option contract. I'm just floored on that pricing came out like that. And again, you got huge volatility there. There's probably a play there somewhere. I'm not interested in it because the risk is outside my tolerance. But it is definitely definitely there. So I'm going to write a couple of these down. So hold on a second. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot. And go to, oops, calls. And I just want to, I'm going to take a picture with my phone, I think. Okay. And we go to the puts. Okay. Now, I want to take a look at something. The $400 calls for January of 2022, so 277 days, are $48.30. So $400 calls. Now if I go to the QQQs and go for $400 for January 2022, I'm paying $4.94. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. And this is the first day for options for Coinbase, by the way. So today's the very first day for options on Coinbase. All right, so let's go back into the market here. I like to figure out a play. Probably after after I get off stream, I'm going to dig into some little due diligence on there. All right, Palantir still up 12 cents. ExxonMobil falling off here. Where we at? Down 96 cents. No news. Bounced off the bottom a little bit. Exxon floats $100 billion carbon storage project. It's ridiculous. All this stuff on carbon and carbon tax and carbon. Who cares? In 100 years, we're not going to have combustible engines anymore out on the roads. They're going to be taxing the hell out of your electric car. If you don't think those subsidies they're paying on electric cars now aren't going to come back to be paid for by additional taxes on a pay per mile basis, that's where we're going. We're going away from fuel taxes on gasoline to paying a tax per mile that you drive every year. And there's going to be some kind of components they'll start putting in cars so they can report back home how many miles you're driving a year, and you're going to be taxed to the you know what on that. All right, so let's take a look here. Boeing down 741, 236. Again, it's just anytime it comes up with any kind of volume, your sell volume has exceeded the buy volume every single time since the market opened. So since the moment the market opened, the sell orders have exceeded the buys. Be very careful with Boeing. I don't know, is this a bottom right here? I don't think so. So just be very careful. All right, I'm not saying I don't want to buy it. I just don't want to buy it right now. All right, Dow Jones Industrial Average now down 130. Bouncing up though, Nasdaq down 25, and the S&P down 8. The VIX is at 18.5 now, so that just topped out. Wow, we're 2.4 higher than where it was yesterday on the VIX. Okay, so when you see that move down, that just means the S&P just spiked up. And there you go. Go to a 3-minute. Got a buy on that. Got a buy on that. Not yet. Got a buy on the Dow. Okay. Wow, so options are killing Coinbase right now. All right, AMC down 36 cents to 9.30. GameStop down $5. Palantir holding on but stabilizing there, up 18 cents. What did it get up to here? 22.55. It got up to 22.55. Okay. So my options are up 45 bucks. The stock is up $400 for me today. So still down $2,000 on Palantir. All right, Tesla up $21.30 now. Let's check the heat map here. Any change? A lot more red, right? A little bit more red in there. Amazon down, Tesla down, or Tesla up. Sorry, did I look at that right? Yeah, Tesla up. Okay, I said it right. All the banksters are down though. No love lost there. Apple down, AMD down, Boeing down, Caterpillar down, Chevron down, Ford down, Intel down, Microsoft up. Unveils plan to set up data center region in Malaysia. Microsoft and Apple, question mark. Buying the dip, question mark. Auto. Yeah, 257. That would have been a good one. All right, NVIDIA down. Again, all the chips are down. Shorts, the short SH and SQQQ are both up. Barely. ExxonMobil down 98 cents, another dollar. Oil was up. It was up to 64 in the pre-market. Well, pre-market, it was open. The market was open for oil. So light crude down 5 cents a barrel now, 63.38. UK crude up 14 cents to 67.24 for the Brent. So the Brent crude is the US oil, is the UK oil symbol. Nasdaq down 31. Let's watch this for a minute. Hi. You okay over there? She had her nice breakfast today, and she had her went to the bathroom 3 times. So she goes to the bathroom first thing in the morning, and then she goes in the bathroom after she eats. She'll just run and sit by the door and look at me like, okay, let me out. And she'll do her business. And then usually about a half hour after that, which was right before I started streaming, I let her out a 3rd time. And so now she's good for a little while. She hears me talking about her. I'm going to come say hello, huh? Hi. Good morning. Good morning, sleepyhead. How you doing? You a good dog? Are you a good dog? See, of course I'm a good dog. I'm quiet. I don't bark. Just a little bit every once in a while because the door's open and the neighbor's dog is outside. Neighbor's dog barks all the time. Mine, not so much. Mine is like, I don't care. Other dogs. Vix, 18.5. This music's a little depressing. Let's try beats. Or let's see. Relaxing, sad music? What is sad music? That's not a sad song. All right, we'll let it run. All right. Okay. All right, so let's check. Let's see. Yeah, sectors are all over the place. All over the place. You can't even find a good one. Be sure to the chip makers you were good today. Microsoft, Oracle, Synopsys, VeriSign all up. Microsoft up, Oracle up, Adobe down just a little. Hi. Oh, you're going to put your head right there? Okay. We talked about gas prices. Ooh, $2.77 in Montana. Illinois 306. Still $2.89 in Pennsylvania and New York. Washington jumped up big time. 338. Oh, 338. 323. California 397. They're trying to get to $4. 315 in Alaska. What's Hawaii? 379 in Hawaii. I'm going to close that. Fair and greed, we talked about that. 55. Economic, no economic news today. Scheduled to come out. None for tomorrow on Wednesday either. We'll close that out. You got earnings here. Whoops. Uh-oh. What happened there? Sorry about that. There we go. I wasn't even on that screen. And aftermarket today. Oh, I can show you that. What else we got going on this week? Let's see here. And throw this over here. Okay, after the close today, you've got Netflix, CSX, Edwards United Community Banks. Tomorrow, before the open, Verizon, Discover, Spirit, Airlines start reporting. Lam Research. Thursday, before the opening, AT&T, Southwest, LUV is their symbol, love. And Friday, before the open, American Express, Honeywell. And that's your earnings for the week. Chipotle after the close tomorrow. So Netflix, we can take a look at that. NFLX. Up 30 cents, 5.54. Netflix tends to favor downside trade in wake of earnings driven after hour moves. And this was today, this morning. Netflix boasts a decent performance history for shorts as traders prep for the company's Q1 results in today's after-hour session. The stock has demonstrated consistent tendency of adding to its earnings-driven after-hours declines in the following regular session. All right, be careful with that one. Slated to report Q1 results after the bell day is expected to report a profit of $2.99 per share on sales of $7.13 billion, according to the mean estimate. NFLX. Netflix is showing a long-term tendency to widen its post-earnings share move between the sessions, doing so in 38 of the last 69 quarters. 38 divided by 69. It's a 55% chance, for which we've tracked results. I did the math, and of course they do the math right after I do the math. Looking deeper into the performance data, Netflix has recorded an after-hour gain in 37 of those quarters, adding to its gains the next day in 18 of those quarters, 49% of the time. So again, good guess on what's going to happen with this afterwards. They're just talking about the fact that nobody has any idea what it's going to do after it reports. Now it's down $1.18, just like that. So maybe that released the story and everybody said, puts, go short, sell calls. Those are going to be expensive. The stock at $5.52. All right, Palantir is falling off here. Only up 4 cents. And with that, we've got, again, the Dow is now down 144. You can see the VIX going up there on the bottom of your screen there, the bottom chart. 18.6 on the VIX. 41.51 on the S&P. Hugging its lows on the day at 41.49. But again, that is only that's only 1/4%. And same thing with the Nasdaq-ery. Nasdaq is only down 1/4%, 0.26%, $36. to a 3-minute. Let's remove externals here. Now we're looking at today, we're looking at yesterday, looking at Friday. We're breaking through these old resistance over here from Thursday. Or last Monday, sorry. 15th, 16th. There's Friday. Here's the start of today. Or yesterday, sorry. So that's all yesterday up to this point. And here's today. Throw the externals in. All right. Boeing. Where we at on Boeing? All right, this music is gonna put me to sleep. All right, let's go back to something positive here. Ooh, Epic. Let's go Epic. What is Epic? I don't think I've done Epic before. I press play. It's just got dead noise in the beginning. All right, we'll see what happens. All right. So Palantir still up $50 on my option. Should have sold them. ExxonMobil, I thought I was up for a second there. Nope. Look at that. Boeing just keeps going and going. I don't think there's a chance that I can hit. That's the alert that I set at 231.87 for it to cross. 231.87. 231.87. Okay, what's our Bitcoin and Ethereum doing? Yeah, this thing just keeps going, huh? All right, Bitcoin. 56,063. Ethereum 2207. Look at the metals. Gold is up $7.63. Palladium up to $27.63 but down $50. Platinum still holding above 1200 again, down $2.25. And silver, the most manipulated metal of all, $26.08 up 26 cents, right around there. Boeing, what are you going to do here? What's Coinbase doing? Oh, Coinbase bounced back. Yeah, it did. Where'd it bottom at? 321.56. 321.56 divided into 328.73. Boom. So it bounced back 2%. Still 328. I'm still down though on those. I'm down on everything. All right, retire roll. Down $151 in one account and down $67 in the other. I'm down about $200 on Coinbase. Palantir. Palantir about to go flat on the, or about to go, is it going to go negative? Might. Only up 5 cents now. Let's watch Boeing for a little bit. Or what about you guys? You guys buying anything today? Anything on sale? Look at Fisker. Up 9% now. Boy, that bounced off its high, huh? 1459, so 13.47 divided into 1459 minus 1. So it dropped 7.68% off the high of the day from 1459. Close. Oh, come on. There we go. 7.6% drop. So 7.6% drop off the high of the day. But you can see that up here. You can see it down here, 1459. It also tags it up there. Because I think I have snap too on this, but 4-minute base now. Actually, not a bad base. Not buying it. All right, Palantir about to go flat. 2 cents. It wants to go negative. I just keep selling this stock. I hate these social buzz bullshit MT Newswire stories. They're not even stories. All right, Boeing. $235. So boy, Boeing just keeps going, huh? Down $8 now, down 3.4% today. All right, Coinbase jumped up. That was good. I like that. All right, SB heading down. VIX heading up again. VIX is just this thing. 18.9 now on the VIX. $2.9 increase on the VIX. And you do not have a correlating drop in the S&P. Only 17 points on the S&P. This does not match what the markets are doing. So is that foretelling of what's to come? Down now, down 192. Look at the heat map. We'll see some negative stuff come up here. Okay, Tesla, the bright spot. Doge Day hashtags help meme-based cryptocurrency Dogecoin hit new high. I can't even buy Dogecoin in Washington. All-time on Tuesday with a market capitalization above 50 billion. Wow. Meme coin created as a joke. What's it up to now? I'll go Bittrex, that's fine. 36 cents. What did it get up to? Yes, they topped out at 43. So let's see. Like that. So if you would have bought, some poor person bought that up there, and they are down 17% on that coin. Doesn't meet my risk profile. All right, Coinbase 330.41. Nice jump, nice recovery on Coinbase here after the bottom. Got down as low as 321.56 today. Again, those options. I'm going near them. What the heck, dude? What is with my typing today? Is way off. All right, let's see where they're at now. I'm looking at the Coinbase. What were we at before? 2680, right? 2680 on the 325 calls. Or 340. No, what were we at? What were we buying there? 340s? Let me find it. There we go. 325s. All right, so the 325s were $25, $26.80. Now they're $28 for the 325s, which means your break even. $27.90. $353 a share on May 21st. When's the last time it hit $353 a share? Anybody? Bueller? Was that the first day it traded? Yep. The very first day it traded. It's the only time it hit that price. Okay. Not going near those things. And let's see. Some people are buying. Let me just look at the looking at the puts on Coinbase. You've got 70 contracts sold at 330, 35 contracts at 350 on the puts for May 21st. That's it. 4 contracts on 335, 4 contracts on 340, 35 contracts at 350, paying out 40.65. You're buying a put. And then 70 contracts at 330. That's risky. Where can you find a, let's see here. Let's see what the Delta 0.3 is on May 21st. It doesn't even exist. Let's see. Let's go out of the money calls. So I'm looking at the calls on May 21st. A delta of 0.3 is at $370. All right. Palantir negative now, 2181. Everything's going down, folks. Everything's going down. Volatility, huge spike up. Huge spike up on volatility. The VIX is up. What are those doing today? Why are these not up more? All right, so you've got the VIX now up to 18.9. The Dow down now 218. Nasdaq down 84 now and heading south. And the S&P is down 21, also heading south. So this VIX I've been talking about for the last hour and a half here, its indices are trying to catch up to it. So what we would be looking for is we'd be looking for where is it going to bounce, right? And these are the S&P down 24. VIX still going up. The VIX up to 19 now. Nasdaq down 97. We didn't get a. Did we get a verdict? Okay, so no verdict yet. Let's go Fox 9. Minneapolis. Okay, so the deliberations have resumed, but still no verdict yet. And things are getting ugly. Nasdaq down 101 now. So right now we've got the VIX going up to 19.0. I don't know if it's going to hit 20 today. We've got the Dow down 222, Nasdaq down 101, down 0.75%, S&P down 23. All right, I'll be right back. Let me go. I'll run her outside real quick. I'll be right back. Come on. You gonna go potty? Yeah. Okay. Oh, you were running, aren't you? Okay, we'll give her a treat here as we keep going down. VIX up to 19.2 now. S&P down 26, Nasdaq down 111, Dow down 245. She's sitting right next to me here. I know, I'm getting it for you. Her treat ball. Put food in there till it pops out, like that. Ready? Go get it. And that'll keep her occupied. Okay. Oops. Close that. All right. I'm looking at. All right. There's a pop back there. Okay. Palantir. Where we at here? S&P. Ah, come on. Diggity dog. Okay. Dow, little bounce. VIX back down to 19. That could be our bounce. Too early to tell. Down 238 on the Dow. Down 108 on the Nasdaq. S&P down 26. VIX back up or back down to 19.1. Well, it's still 19.1. It got down to got up to 19.2. What's our B doing? Boeing 234 bounced. Palantir down 26 cents. It bounced. Coin 326.18 down 6.8. So you're hydrating, folks. Boy, that S&P today, huh? Just we call it. I mean, we saw this range here, and this VIX is going up. It's like at some point they got to converge, right? All right, S&P still heading. Down 27 now, so that bounce didn't hold. Nasdaq down 114. Now Dow down 256. I'm gonna put up. Let's see here. Where do I want to put this? Still the same news stories as before. All right, so let me go. That's not a news blog. Get out of here. What's the Star Tribune? Is that a local newspaper up there? Yeah, with ads. Start the second day of deliberation. These deliberate. I would be very surprised if we get a verdict today. Because if they come up with a verdict this quick on all those charges, they're gonna basically scream at them about all their mind was made up and they've been watching the news and blah 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 blah. All right, Dow now down 280, so significantly everything heading down here. Nasdaq down 128. S&P now down 30. VIX back up to 19.3. What are the boys talking about on CNBC? They're in a commercial. Of course they are. That's all they ever do on that stupid station is run commercials. $19.3 on the VIX. If you bought the SQQs today, you're doing pretty good. I did not. All right, Boeing 233.93 now. It's continuing its march downwards. Everything. Look at this heat map. Watch this. Watch how red this thing turns. Ready? Crazy. That's delayed, so we'll look at that in another 15 minutes or so, and you're gonna see a ton of red on there. Everything, just about everything I'm looking at is down and is red. Looking for a bounce here, folks, and I don't see one. CNBC still on a commercial break. They pick the best times to run their commercials, don't they? That's why I hate them. They're ridiculous. All right, down 297. This is falling off quickly now. 19.5 on the VIX, folks. Hey, if you're in stuff right now, be very, very careful, because all this stuff is heading south very quickly today. On no news. Top news, Johnson & Johnson ready to roll out vaccine in Europe. Talking about Mondale. Tech earnings. You know, you had good earnings come out today. And CNBC is still into a 3-minute, so far, commercial break. They ain't saying shit. They're worthless anyway. I'll pull this up over here.
We're getting some details on President Biden's American Families Plan. Let's get to Elon Moy in Washington for that. Elon.
Well, David, that is the next phase of President Biden's infrastructure package. It covers what you could consider human capital, and it's expected to clock in at roughly $1.5 trillion. That's according to a source familiar. Now, the Washington Post was the first to report this story, but I've been able to confirm that the price tag includes about $500 billion in tax credits. In particular, the larger child tax
credit. So Biden's new tax plan, $1.5 trillion in new taxes.
Not made permanent. Now, the cost of this package is expected to be largely offset by higher taxes on wealthy households. The options that the White House has been exploring include restoring the top rate on high-income earners, taxing capital gains as ordinary income, and getting rid of stepped-up basis, among others.
That's it right there. That's why the market's going down. They're going to tax capital gains. They want to tax capital gains as ordinary income. Let's see here. News. 2 hours ago, 18 hours ago, 15 minutes ago, 7 days ago. What is freaking worthless news, man? You can't even get... There's so much other crap that you have to sift through just to get anything. I think Washington Post is paywalled, though. Yeah, there is no frickin'. This is ridiculous. March 18th. Changes to capital gains tax omitted from Biden's. Nope, that's old. Come on, really? All right, a little bit of a bounce on the S&P. Is this really? This is crazy, dude. Enough of this Chauvin stuff, and nobody's going to talk about the markets because they're worried about what the heck's going on up there. Hold on. Just sneezed. It's a little cooler today here. Sorry about that. Hope I didn't blow out your eardrums. Not seeing anything on this stupid infrastructure plan. All right, I give up. I'm done with it. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, darn it. Okay, so we definitely got a little bounce going on here. I was looking at doing another play, and I just missed it by 4 cents. All right, so Dow coming back a little bit. VIX back down to 19.0 after getting up to 19.5. So it just dropped 0.5. S&P bouncing back a little bit. If you want to count 5 points a little bit. So it's still down 27. Nasdaq down 127. And the Dow down 233. So we got a little bounce. And still... All right. Infrastructure and energy alternatives said Tuesday. That's a company, not infrastructure. All right, so capital gains is ordinary income, okay? That is going to kill people in the proverbial sense of killing the markets. All right, Nasdaq down 126, Dow down 233, S&P down 27, VIX back up to 19.1. See what these morons are talking about.
With Carl Quintanilla and Deirdre Bosa. Coming up on the show today, a much-anticipated Apple event in just 2 hours. We will break down what to expect and how.
Yeah, Apple's going to show off their new stuff today.
Plus, audio goes boom.
Pods, probably another new iPad Pro. They're talking about iPad Pro possibly with LED, OLED.
It's a big day for Netflix, coming off a huge 2020.
Maybe.
We get a peek into how this year is going. Netflix expectations.
Closing that out. I don't care enough about that. Yeah, oh man, I missed it by 4 cents, dude. Grr. All right. All right, let's see here. Dow down 258. Nasdaq 128.50. S&P 30. See, they came out with all that infrastructure stuff before, and then they basically lied about how they were going to do it. And now this is still going to be old story. Yeah, this is freaking March, man. Nowhere. They're looking to increase the income tax rate on capital gains from 23.8 to 43.4%. 80% increase in capital gains for incomes over $1 million. Anybody that makes over $400,000, no more 1031 exchanges. So which means if you buy rental properties and let's say you can exchange those and buy another one, those are gone. And for people with more than a couple properties, they're probably making more than $400,000 a year. And they're not going to allow it for you can defer the taxes if the proceeds, and they want to get rid of that 1031 exchange. Wow. That's a story from March. So this is, I don't see this anything as new news. Yeah, there's nothing released today. What the hell? So CNBC was just looking for a reason to say why they think the market's going down. This stuff should have been baked in already. Heading back south again, folks. 267 now on the Dow. So it tried to retest and basically bounced to the downside. VIX back up to 19.3. S&P down 29. Could have been a little bit of a bull trap there, or bear trap. Well, bull trap. Nasdaq down 127. I'm sure everything's falling off the cliffs here. Coinbase down to 325. Low of the day, 321.56. Palantir down 28 cents now, all the way down 21.66. Tesla only up 8. Looking for a bounce. Looking for a bounce. Palantir still heading down. Boeing 235. $235.15. It got 233.81, so almost came down. I thought it would. Get out of this one. Coinbase 325.12. Wonder where those options are at right now. We're at 26.80, right? 26.80 on the May 21st 340 calls. the 325's right around the money. We're at 26, still at 26.80 on the asset. 325 calls. 325 calls are $26 midpoint, $26.15 per call option on Coinbase May 21st, 325 calls. No, thank you. All right, Palantir bounced off the bottom, it looks like. This stock was positive on the day. It took a turn. It took a turn. Come on. All right, those moved up. Come on, Palantir, let's go. Let's go. Okay, Boeing 234.99. It bounced, holding its bounce. Chevron bounced a little bit. ExxonMobil did not. Nvidia, small bounce. Microsoft, small bounce. Intel, small bounce. Dow, VIX at 19.1 now. Dow 258. Nasdaq down 116. S&P down 27. VIX at 19. Off its high at 19.5, it dropped 5.5, sorry. Watch the S&P. Let's look at the heat map. Boom. Look at all that red, man. Not fun. Tesla's still holding on to its gains. Barely, but $8. Palantir starting to come back a little bit. 21.76 now. What are those things trading at? 88 on the ask. Markets are fun. Markets are fun. So I would guess that we would get a, if there's some kind of jury announcement on a Chauvin trial. Again, he's being tried separately from the other three. They pretty much are trying to prosecute all four of them. We should get a heads up before the jury comes back into the courtroom. Crazy. Top news. J&J stands ready to roll out vaccine in Europe. Still the same crap. They're running the same stories all morning long. AstraZeneca supply problems. What's J&J doing now? They were up 13 cents, I think. Up 3.72. Nice. Yeah, like I said, they were like 13 cents. Big jump for them. Again, they had a real nice earnings surprise. The earnings surprise on them was, let's see here. Oops. God darn it. Move that mouse a little bit. There we go. 12% earnings surprise, 259 versus 231. And revenue beat from 21.99 consensus estimate to 22.32. So they had a nice beat, and they're certainly getting rewarded for that, as are some of the other drug companies too. That would have been a good play. Palantir dropping again. People selling off. Boeing dropping again. A little bit. VIX starting to stabilize a little bit. S&P starting to stabilize a little bit. Let's look at those. Dow down 240. Nasdaq down 125. S&P down 27. Big drop in oil now, 61.98. Light crude down $1.46. Brent crude down $1.14. Yields 10-year down, 30-year down. Everything's down. Dollar up pennies. Not even a penny. 2 cents. 91.104. Oil's down. 10-year yield is down. 30-year yield is down. And yet the markets are going down. There's so many disconnects with the additional amount of investors that have been added over the last year and a half. Ethereum down 2170, Bitcoin down 55,436, give or take. 0.235. Coinbase 324. Oops. Oh, there's a new picture on Drudge Report. Jury still has the case. No news on that one. Just waiting for the riots to begin. Free TVs. Free TVs for all. $323.60 now, approaching lows on the day. Coinbase. Palantir also hitting its lows of the days, 21.55, so it's heading down too. Boeing down $9. Again, you know, the news on them, 787 maintenance stuff. I want to see if I can catch. Let's see here. Let me pull that story up. I wasn't able to find that story after I read it this morning before the market opened. We had the CFO retiring, but there was some Dubai stuff. Dubai Aerospace orders 15 737s. The Chinook orders. That's it. All right, S&P took another dump. Down 35 now. Huge drop in the S&P. Nasdaq now down 164. Dow down 293 now. Everything's pulling back big time. Anybody know why? There's no news. Let's see here. Let's see. Home Depot to face boycott over Georgia voting curbs. Oh, please. Just stop with this crap. Nobody cares. The president of Chad died on the front lines. Son to take over, Army says. Okay. Jimmy Carter leads tributes to Walter Mondale, who died at 93, former vice president. COVID-19 deaths are accelerating, WHO warns, as world records most cases ever in a single week. But I thought all the vaccines are supposed to work. U.S. to advise against travel to 80% of countries. State Department warns of travel due to coronavirus pandemic. Ford came out with a Evos SUV for the Chinese market, for the market in China. They'll be building them over there, and it looks like a bigger Mustang Mach-E, but it's called the Evos. Rivals say Elon Musk's satellite internet project is too risky. Okay. You can bet against Elon. I don't advise it. Ethereum ETF waives fees ahead of listing this week. Okay. All right, this is just I got to show you guys this. All right, imagine on Snopes.com, did Maxine Waters urge protesters to get more confrontational? True, says Snopes. Maxine Waters is an idiot. She should just shut up. All right, so Dow down 277, Nasdaq down 177, S&P down 35, Boeing 234, Palantir 2142, Tesla about to go negative on the day. Tesla is about to go negative on the day. Again, that heat map is 15 minutes delayed. What do you guys think? You think we'll get a verdict today? Get your popcorn ready. If you do, if we get a verdict, get your popcorn ready. Let's see here. I'm just getting my ass handed to me on the market today. Problem is, every time we get a bounce, it gets hammered right back. And even volumes, you got a day where you got volume so low, nobody's buying. So the only people doing things are selling. We'll stick around for another 9 minutes. We'll stay till 8:30. Jury watch. Jurors weigh Chauvin's fate. Not that it matters, but the jury has 6 white people and 6 people who are black or multiracial. Resume deliberations Tuesday morning. Anonymous by order of the judge and sequestered now until they reach a verdict. Yeah, they're sequestered after CBS doxed the jurors and after Maxine Waters came out and said publicly in Minnesota that protesters need to get more confrontational if the verdict is not a guilty on the murder charges. Again, guilty on manslaughter, they're still going to riot, they're still going to protest, they're going to break shit, they're going to burn shit. It's just what happens. It's riot season. Riot season in this country starts in June. We started riot season 2 months early this year because we're trying to get ahead of the game. So riot season has now begun in April instead of June. All right. Dow now down 284. VIX back up to 19.4. Nasdaq down 184. Techs are just getting clobbered. Down 1.3%. S&P down 37.4. VIX back up to 19.5. Again, its high on the day is 19.5. So we are at the high on the VIX. So that would tell us that the S&P still has to catch up to that volatility. Hence, it should continue to go down here. Palantir still going down. Boeing 233.82. All right, new high on the day on the VIX 19.6. S&P keeps going. Southwest Airlines always comes out with their fares on Tuesday. $50 fares are back for Southwest Airlines. So VIX 19.5 dropped 0.1 to 19.5. It did top out just now at 19.6. S&P now down almost 1%. Nasdaq down 1.4%. Dow down 0.84%. So the Nasdaq getting hit hard. Hard. A lot of red. Mini bounce. Our Dow down 287. Nasdaq down 186. S&P down 37. VIX just dropped 2 points to 19.4 from 19.6. 0.2 points, sorry. From 19.6 down to 19.4. Coinbase, huge dump on Coinbase, 316.20. Look at that. From 325 in 5 minutes down to 315. Well, crap on my Coinbase, huh? That's got me down quite a bit. I'm down 1,000 in Coinbase on one account and down 885 in the other. All right, let's see here. Still no verdict. Did he get a bounce or no? What do you guys think? Dow down 258. Retest twice. this 33,777, 778 level. 1, 2, might be partial retest there. Nasdaq, let's look at that. Only one test of the bottom here. VIX dropped to 19.3 now, so down 0.3. S&P down 36. All right. Okay, so I think that's going to do it for today. And we'll see what happens. Keep an eye on these markets, folks. If there's good news out there, I don't know where it's at. Because you've got earnings for tomorrow, or after the close, you got Netflix after the close. That's about it. And I'm sure they're trading down now too. Yep, they're down 552. And then before the open tomorrow, Verizon, Halliburton. And that's it. And you got Discover after the close, Lam Research, Spirit Airlines. Thursday before the open, Southwest Airlines and AT&T. So take one look at the heat map. All kinds of red there. Healthcare is about the only things up. Real estate, I don't know why. Utilities. So there you go on those. Boeing. I might hit my trigger today. My alert. This keeps up. Such low volumes. Look at that. Boeing normally trades 11 million shares. Well, it's actually trade 9.9 million. That freaking filled. Oh. Okay. That, my friends, is gonna do it. Okay, so one last look at the indices, and then we're going to call this for the day. I will not be back on later on. Again, I've got more stuff to do, but I will be in tune with the market. I hope you are too. So we're going to end the Dow down 292, down 0.85%. The Nasdaq now down 1.39%. It's down 193, but it's about to break again towards the negative. And the S&P is down 38.3, also about to break down again towards the negative here. Or hit a new bottom on the day. So bottom on the day is 41.23, and we're about to go through that as well. So VIX back up to 19.4. So be very careful with the markets. I hope you guys are doing all right. Hopefully you've got stuff for long term, right? So we don't know where this is going to go. But however, you got that. Everybody's on a knife's edge. The entire country is on an edge because of this trial as they wait the verdict to figure out how bad the riots are going to be. And how many cities, do they have, and by they, I mean the ones that, basically communists and Marxists, do they have plans in every major city in America that once this verdict comes out to go riot if we don't get a guilty on the murder? It doesn't matter. Whatever, if there's any guilty verdicts whatsoever, the judge already tainted the trial to set it up for immediately for a mistrial on appeal. Based on the comments he made about Maxine Waters, based on Maxine Waters' comments, based on the jury being doxxed, all that stuff are grounds for appeal in Minnesota. And so even if there's a guilty on the manslaughter, or if there's a guilty on the murder 2 or murder 3, immediately they're going to file for a mistrial with the appeals court, and the appeals court is going to say, yep, depending on how the makeup of that court is. If the makeup on that court is predominantly Democrat-appointed judges, then maybe they'll uphold the conviction and they'll have to go to a different court and go up higher. I think they're going to come back with guilty on the manslaughter and not guilty acquittal on the murder 2 and murder 3, which basically amounts to negligence on his part. So that seems to be the right call, in my opinion. I think there is some guilt there on culpability on the alleged killing. But we'll see what happens. I'm certainly not an expert in law, So we'll see where that goes. So with that, VIX 19.4, S&P down 37, down 0.9%. Nasdaq down 1.37%, and the Dow down 289. Hey, listen, thanks for hanging out today. Such a crazy day. Hopefully something does change soon, right? I don't know what kind of good news you got. You got the trial, you got Biden's infrastructure plan, elimination of capital gains where it goes towards ordinary income for people that make over $1 million. People that make over $400,000 can no longer do 1031 exchanges on property, which basically takes every single real estate investor. Remember, they want to remove your property rights. That's what they're trying to do here. They want to remove your property rights. So eliminating 1031 exchanges, that's not good for the markets either. But go figure, right? Look at but the heat map shows that real estate is up today. All the REITs are up. Backwards market. All right, folks, that is going to do it. We will see you all tomorrow morning. Have a fantastic day. Hold for the long term. Make sure you have long-term investments like I do too. Okay, thanks everyone. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow morning. I'm Crypto Sonar Joseph. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that follow on Twitch if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already. Give me a like or a comment below on Facebook, even if anybody even watches over there. Thank you, Knight. Enjoy the rest of your day as well. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye now.